This was the week where Joe Biden, remember, he's a president. He reached 100 days in office and has finally recovered from jogging into his own inauguration. Biden gave an address to a joint session of Congress in which he talked about the rich paying their fair share of taxes, said trickle-down economics doesn't work, and called white supremacy terrorism, all of which is somehow, and sadly, news. He also introduced the American Families Plan, a $1.8 trillion package that includes universal pre-K for all 3- and 4-year-olds, regardless of household income, a paid family leave program, an extension of the child tax credits passed in the American Rescue Plan, 2 years of free community college, $80 billion more for Pell Grants, $46 billion more for historically black colleges and universities. In other words, Biden wants Americans to do it raw and see what happens.
Hell yeah, dog.
Okay? Maybe malarkey is just a nickname for condoms. No malarkey. Sorry.
I'm excited. That's good malarkey right there, dude. I'm stoked on it. You know, I gotta say, any president who's like, hey, time to fucking have kids, I'm like, all right, I'm down. Let's do it.
It is very much like grandpa vibes. Like, son, you gotta settle down.
Yeah.
Take this.
Yeah. He just starts poking holes in your condoms. Like, so you see, Jack, I want a grandkid, Jack. I just love it. It's like, all right, damn, Dad, you're really
that's exactly right.
You're going for it. But you know, I do appreciate in general his willingness to throw trickle down economics under the bus, because I do feel like that is something that the neolibs of the 90s really solidified as just being an active part of the Democratic Party ideology. They were just like, we're all just going to be Reaganites economically. We're for austerity. We're for, you know, like getting rid of the national debt and privatization of everything. But, you know, we're going to pander to people to make you feel like, but we're the good guys. So it's a big deal that he actually, you know, said trickle-down economics doesn't work, because I think that is a populist message that is bipartisan at this point. I think Republican voters also believe that trickle-down economics doesn't work, which is a sea change.
They don't express it in that way. It's more like Pew said, but yeah.
Yeah, right.
No, but yeah, it's true. It was a good speech, you guys. There's nothing, it's hard to say. And this is a good plan. The problem is, many people have pointed out, it has a very slim chance at actually passing in the way it was proposed. So, you know, Republicans and even moderate Democrats are already kind of like haggling down this $1.8 trillion for a American Families Plan. I have to say, I think it's awesome. Like, I think it's one of those things, just like healthcare, which is, unless you have kids, unless you've fallen ill, you just kind of don't think about it.
Yeah.
And the reality is, most of us will fall ill at some point, and many of us will have children. And then it's just like, oh, I'm sorry, are you in a world of, like, it's the way that, like, you don't know about pregnancy until you like start getting friends who have been pregnant, and you have to be pregnant, and you're like, oh my gosh, you rip that much, you know? And you're like, secrets that like nobody, how much is childcare? And so it's like,
how much is it to just have a child?
Exactly.
And then you're like, wait, it costs money to have a baby? Like, I understand
you
to take care of a
hold
baby.
your child.
Yeah, right. Fuck? Yeah, there's an itemized thing for like a nurse held your child, and you're just like, this system seems broken.
Yeah, but so it is good, and it's good that he's connecting like early childhood education to you know, to like free community college, which, you know, it feels like as two Bernie bros here who wanted tuition free college no matter what. It's like, community college is going to be real.
I mean, I'm sorry. Like, to me, that's the weirdest one. It's like, I'm talking free community college here, Jack. And I'm just like, I feel like it's pretty close to free. A lot of community colleges.
It's fairly accessible. For sure.
And so it's like, I feel like he's completely missed the mark on that one. But again, I'm not throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
No.
The Biden, I'm not throwing out with the bathwater.
He's got, you know, all roads lead through another Joe Manchin. So, of course, none of this is going to get passed so long as the filibuster is not reformed if abolished altogether.
Yeah.
A lot of Democrats apparently don't want to raise taxes on the rich, which is how Biden says he's going to pay for it.
Which is how you also know which Democrats that really should be primaried immediately.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And a lot of them are Joe Biden allies, which is also a head scratcher. And so, it's sort of like say one thing and do another. And I think we're at the make sure that he actually does the actual thing. Hey, thanks so much for watching the Bitchuation Room podcast live stream. And while you're here, why don't you just subscribe to this channel? I promise it'll be good. Promise.